Hey guys, Gary, grateful recovering alcoholic and drug addict. This morning I was looking back on some of the times in my life, and not necessarily have to do with, you know, with money or prestige or anything like that, but the times I was doing good, the times I was doing good spiritually, emotionally, mentally. I look back at those times, and those times I was close to God. I was doing the right things. I'm a drug addict and an alcoholic in recovery. And when I look back on those times, the times that I did good in life was I was going to meetings. I was, praying once or twice a day and helping others. And I think those are the keys to a good foundation. And it's been my experience. I'm not just saying this. It's been my experience. Those are the keys to healthy sobriety and a balanced way of life. Living good up here, in here. Also, I got to tell you, exercise has been key to my recovery. Exercise has just been key. Right when I got sober, I jumped into the gym because I had always worked out. I had spent a lot of time sober before, and I spent a lot of time in the gym, a lot of time taking care of my body, trying to eat right, doing the right things, putting the right things in, and getting pretty decent results. And then when I was out drinking and using for 10 years, after I relapsed, I was sober 10 years, then relapsed for 10 years. I was putting fast food in. I was eating like a freaking animal. I had no relationship with God. I had a very minimal relationship with God. I would pray, usually when my ass was in a ringer. It's that old saying, no God, no peace. And to know God, you'll know peace. And I've gone through shitstorms in sobriety. I've been sober, I guess going on 21 months, and this time around. And it's just been a different experience for me. I didn't get all my shit back right away. I lost my son. I lost my son to an accidental fentanyl overdose, September 20th of 2022. And that was hard because I had 4 months of sobriety. So what happened was I jumped into the gym, was going to a lot of meetings, and then, God, man, it just seemed I was on fire. I was on fire for AA. I was on fire for life. I was like, damn, this is great. I'm living life again. I'm enjoying life again. And then, boom, I was hit with that news that my son overdosed on fentanyl in Long Beach, California, and that literally brought me to my knees many days. And I knew I was on shaky ground. So I used Alcoholics Anonymous. I cried in the meetings. I said whatever was on my mind that day. There was like no holds barred, man. I knew I was in trouble. I didn't feel like I was going to drink or do drugs, but I knew I was in trouble because when you're in that much pain, you get the fuckets and you go, any given day, something goes sideways. You just go, fuck it, man. There is no God. Look what he did. Look, and you could take that route, or you could take the route of gravitating even more towards God. And that's the route I took. I didn't very often get the fuckets. And when I did, when I had the fuckets, I knew to share about them in a safe place, in a meeting, and get some pretty good feedback. Also, if I needed to stay in bed a day, I'd stay in bed all day. If I needed to comfort myself eating, I would comfort myself eating. I remember trying to go back into the gym like within the first week of getting that news. And it was so weird. It was like I was doing some curls, and after about 2 or 3, it was so painful. And I think I was in so much emotional pain, I couldn't You know, because it's good to be in pain when you're doing some curls. You know, it's good to exert yourself in the gym and feel a little bit of pain and try to get that 10th or 11th or 12th one in, right? But I was hurting at 2 or 3. And I remember that, and I remember thinking, God, am I just in so much emotional pain right now that I can't deal with this shit right now? But I kept doing it, and the workouts were not good, but just trying to keep that habit going. And it really derailed me from that and from the eating, because I think I started, eating whatever the hell I wanted to eat. I went back into comfort mode, kind of like when you're detoxing. You just want to comfort yourself, and that's okay. And I went into comfort mode for a couple months, and just started feeling shitty about the way I was living, the way I was eating, the weight I was gaining, and I just said, fuck it, and I remember getting a membership at EOS and just hitting it hard. So I've been pretty consistent on that, and it's really helps. It really helps this, and it helps with, because we're so undisciplined when we're drinking and using, and the discipline helps. Like, no matter what, get up when the alarm clock goes off, and I don't do it perfectly. Today was my day off, and I did it a little bit later. I usually get up at 3:15 in the morning, go to the gym, and then go about my day. This morning was my day off, and I don't know what, I slept till probably 7:30 or something, but I still got to the gym. I had a pretty decent workout, and then now I've got the whole day ahead of me. But I love sobriety. It's so much, like the discipline. It helps with the discipline. It helps to get into a routine. We're really undisciplined people, so when we get in a groove, get in a routine, we function so much better. I do anyways. And I see it that way with many of us. I talk to other alcoholics every day on a daily basis, one in particular. I don't have any secrets, and I gravitate towards God the best way that I can. So, and that's a real personal thing on how you do it, I do mine. I go to church. I've kind of got back into the Catholicism, Catholic Church. I'm a Christian. I've been going to Catholic Church. I don't do it every Sunday, but I go most. I don't go Sunday. I go Saturday nights. I go most Saturday nights. There's a mass at 5:15 down the street. Go to that. It takes an hour, man. It takes an hour to tell God thank you. To get yourself right on track for the following week. And to just praise God. Thank God. Be grateful. Be grateful for what I have. It gets me in the right frame of mind. And I don't do any of this perfectly. I'm not like tooting my own horn or saying, this is great. I'm great and I do sobriety perfectly. I'm just saying these are the things that help me in my sobriety. They help ground me. They help me live a balanced, purposeful, normal life, even in the middle of a shitstorm. So, and I've got a few shitstorms going on in my life right now. Financially, I cannot seem to get back on track. And I woke up this morning with a really shitty head. I woke up this morning with my head telling me, you're 57 years old. You would think you'd have a retirement account, of $1 million, and, look at your friends that you grew up with. They're all set and everything. And you're a fucking loser, right? And if I keep following that thought, right? And those are the ones I can't help. I woke up with that. I woke up thinking that. And I'm not in charge of that thought. But what I'm in charge of is the next one. And the next one was, God, please get my mind on the right track today. So I got up and I went to the gym, talked to another alcoholic, and I feel much better. So I'm not beating the shit out of myself anymore today. So now I'm back on track for the day. We need other people. We can't do it on our own. We have to have other people in our life that know us, that know what we're doing, that know that are trying to do the same thing that we're doing, which is stay sober a day at a time, in the middle of a shitstorm, in the middle of a great life, because life's gonna go like this. I'm in a little dip right now, but good things are happening in my life. They're not happening on my time. So I need to just chill. Stay close to God. Keep doing the right things. And I know my life's going to explode. It's going to explode in a good way. I'm not going to blow it up like I usually do. So, or like I have done in the past, I should say. So I've got many years of sobriety. I had a 7-year run with no program and ended up drinking again. I think the program is just, we definitely need it. Then I had 10 years of sobriety with a program, sponsoring a bunch of people, going to meetings every day. And then I actually took a narcotic as prescribed. You know, it was prescribed by a doctor, and I went off the rails. I don't know why, but I did. And it took me 10 years to get back. So be careful out there, you guys. I'm going to do a little fentanyl thing because my son died from fentanyl. Fentanyl is the #1 leading cause of death in the United States from ages 16 to 45. It is made, 90% of it comes out of communist China, gets shipped to Mexico to the Sinaloa cartel, where they disguise it into all kinds of different pills: Xanax, Vicodin, ecstasy. They put it in cocaine, methamphetamine, marijuana. I talked to a lady the other day. Her son died from fentanyl and marijuana. And it's killing our American youth. It's dangerous out there. If you are buying street drugs on a daily, every other day, whatever, if you're buying street drugs on a daily basis, not a matter of if you're going to die, just a matter of when. When are you going to take that lethal dose? So be careful out there, you guys. Give me a thumbs up and subscribe, where we talk about sobriety and the fentanyl pandemic going on right now.